Unemployment is rising, especially among the youth. I think it's about much higher, about a few percentages higher than what we would than what's the normal. But now the government is coming up with a lot of initiatives to get more youths into. They're actually developing all these programs, all these training programs, so to get the youths working. So yeah, we do have a problem, and unemployment among the youths has been rising for the past few years. But now with the new government and them recognizing that that's something that they need to address because it's been rising, so they're actually just starting a few initiatives that they're planning to launch by the end of this year. Yeah, and that's to do with a lot of the IT sectors actually, and a lot of there's a lot of funding as well for small business owners. So that's the trend that's coming up recently for the past few years, is that a lot of people start businesses online, and it's actually great because you don't need much capital, because people can sell on Instagram. So a lot of people have home businesses, so businesses that they have at home and they sell through Instagram. So there's a lot of funding for that to help small medium enterprises gain traction. So yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people they go into uni and they take a degree that they're probably not suited for or not what they wanted to do. And then afterwards they venture off and do something else, especially in the creative arts industry, which is where I'm from. A lot of us have business degrees and law degrees, and then in the end we end up doing something completely different. Yeah, I took marketing and business law. I worked in an FMCG. I was a brand manager, so I did marketing, and then I decided that it wasn't for me. And then I ventured into the arts. Oh, I feel very grateful. I'm very grateful that I am now in the industry that I do want to be in, which I previously did not. I wasn't even aware that I wanted to be in the arts industry. I thought that I wanted to be in corporate. But I'm also very grateful for my experience in the corporate world, because it helped me grow a lot, and then it was also an experience where I knew how that world works, and I knew that it was not what I wanted to do. So that's always a very good thing, knowing what you don't want to do. It's very difficult actually for people to even get entry-level jobs, because the competition can be quite tough, and there's also a lot of discrimination in Malaysia, because we have the Malay, the Chinese, and the Indians, and a lot of job requirements. They always, not always, but a lot of them, they state what race they want, what languages. So basically, the language, it's kind of tied to your race usually. So they always want to hire. The pattern is that you kind of usually hire people from your own race or who speaks the same language as you. So if you don't speak Mandarin, a lot of jobs are closed to you, because a lot of employers want you to be able to speak Mandarin or Malay or English, or yeah. So that can be quite difficult for the different segments actually. It's not just difficult for the Chinese or the Indians, also for the Malays as well, because of that kind of divide with language. Also, there's not enough support for, I think, mental health, like people who have gone through mental health difficulties. It's harder for them to find jobs as well. There's a lot of programs though that are for single mothers. So that's actually what the government has been doing quite well in helping single mothers with income, with starting their own businesses. So a lot of single mothers do that. But yeah, and also starting wages here are very low. So that's always very difficult for kids to start supporting themselves. Mostly everyone lives with their parents. So if it's possible. Right. I would say it would be experience. It would be work experience, which is hard to get. It could be hard to get if you don't have a degree, but actually what you need to do is skills. You need to build your skills, because nowadays your degree doesn't matter much, but what matters is the kind of software that you can use, and a lot of those things that you can learn online. Like you can YouTube how to use Photoshop, how to edit videos, how to write copy, how to all this stuff you can actually learn online, and you can learn it for free. So you have to be kind of proactive, and you have to take a lot of initiative to teach yourselves those skills, because now when you look at job requirements, they don't state needs to have a bachelor's degree. No, it says these are the kind of programs that you're going to have to work with, and they want you to be proficient in them. And all of that, you don't have to go to classes for that. You can learn that online. So that would be a step up.